All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kudash. Uh, Double honors to our apostles and elders, the GMS, and to the elect, doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. This is GMS Precepts. My name is Nazar Khud. And real quick, I want to go over a topic here. I want to go into the atrocities that we're going through, right? And they're all for a reason, right? There's a reason why the Most High put us through the hardships, the slavery, the all the hard things that we're going through, that we've been through and going through, is a reason for that. Mind you, also according to prophecy, or the punishments that were applied to us, according to prophecy, it's almost over with. How do we know that? Pursuing Second Ezra, the sixth chapter, it tells us who's going to be ruling prior to Israel having rulership under Yahawashi, of course. That's none other than the Edomites. The Edomites, Esau, Idumeans, the so-called white man, the one who's ruling today. He is Edom, and according to prophecy, once he rules, then Jacob is going to rule. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? But there's a reason why we're going through these. So I got this scripture here. First scripture I have here in Tobit 3 and 4. It says, "For they obey not thy commandments, wherefore thou hast delivered us for a spoil, and unto captivity, and unto death, and for a proverb of reproach to all the nations among whom we are dispersed." Right. So it tells you right there the reason why we're going through these uh, hardships is because we didn't obey the commandments. The commandments of Yahawashi wasn't obeyed by Israel, so that's why we are going through these curses. These are essentially the curses: being delivered for spoil, captivity, being delivered unto death, a proverb reproach to all nations. All nations look down at the nation of Israel. They all hiss and wag their hand at the nation of Israel. You can get that in Lamentations, I believe it's 3 and 15, right? Second scripture is Isaiah 42 and 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord? So it's telling you, Jacob, Israel, we were given to us. We were given as a spoil. We were given to the robbers. From who? Directly from the Lord. So it wasn't that the other nations had power and rule over us. The Lord allowed these things to happen unto us, right? It says, "He against whom we have sinned." We are the ones that sinned against the Most High. We are the ones that sinned because we didn't abide by the laws that He gave to us, right? The Most High made us a special people, and He gave us, and how part of that was giving us the laws. No other nation was given the laws of the Most High. No other nation was chosen to be belonging to the Most High, except the nation of Israel. All right, so that's why we are a peculiar people. We're a special people unto Himself, unto the Most High. Okay, so we are the ones that have sinned against the Most High, because in order to sin, you have to be the laws have to be applied onto you. They have to apply to you, and the laws do not. The law, statutes, commandments do not apply to all nations. It only applies to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? It says, "For they would not walk in His ways." See, so it's explaining it right here. "For they would not walk in His ways, neither were they obedient unto His law." Right? So I said all this was for a reason, and the reason all these things happened to us was so we can appreciate the kingdom that much more, right? Um, I always compare it to this. I always compare it to trust fund babies, or certain families, or Edomites that are born into wealth. When they grow up, they don't appreciate their wealth. They're all miserable. They're all strung out on drugs. They're all depressed because they haven't. All they know is wealth. All they know is their is that life. All they know is the good. They haven't experienced the bad. That's why Israel, we're going to be perfect, because we know the bad. We know being how it is to be under subjection. And once we receive the kingdom, once we receive all those promises, the glory, okay, we'll appreciate it that much more, right? This is 2 Corinthians 4:17. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment." See, so it's calling the affliction that we're going through a light affliction. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment." Now, it says here a moment. To us, it seems like eternity. But when you, but according, but when you rule for, it says the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom will be given to Israel forever, even forever and ever. So that's forever, man. So after a while, our light affliction is gonna be for a moment. It's gonna be like, damn, we went through, we received all this, and all we had to do is go through this. It's gonna seem like a big unbalance. Okay? It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Okay? It says, "While we look not at things which are seen, but at things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." And the things we don't see is a kingdom, is a glory, is rulership. We don't see it right now, but we believe in it. Okay? The things we do see now, the cars, this temporal, this FRN notes, the women, that's something you could see now. That's not gonna last. All those things are gonna be destroyed. All right. All right, and that's something that somebody that sells out to Esau, they can't see. Okay, that's why this whole thing is based upon faith. I'm sorry, is based upon faith right now. Right. Next scripture I have here is Romans 8:18. It says, "For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us." You see? So the sufferings that we suffer now at this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory, the kingdom, the promises that are going to be that we're going to receive. All right, so that's one thing. Those are two scriptures, or that's the thing that one should think about when they're going through certain things. Even me myself, I might be like, damn, this is hard, or what I'm going through is rough. You know what I'm saying? But you always have to keep in mind what we're gonna receive is far greater than what we're going through right now. Okay? All right, so that's the lesson. Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. Until the next show, shalom.